Many things are unforgiven. Unforgivable, I suppose you could say. One thing that would be unforgiven or unforgivable is if we don't have an amazing pay-per-view tonight. So I'm expecting one for sure. This is going to be good.
Everywhere I go, there's nowhere I belong. And anyone should tell me where will I find? 'Cause everywhere I go, I'm always on my own. Can anyone just catch me before I drown? Can anybody make me feel like I'm not the stranger tonight?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to TW Network. Save the 04 War, and tonight is pay-per-view time once again. It is the Unforgiven 2004 pay-per-view, which looks a little bit different than it does in real life for sure, because tonight Randy Orton defends the WWE Championship against Shawn Michaels in a rematch of their match of the year contender at SummerSlam. Kurt Angle defends the world title against Rob Van Dam. Christian and Eddie Guerrero go one-on-one. We got Taker and JBL in the first blood match. John Cena defends the IC title against Chavo Guerrero. Lance Storm defends the US title against Mark Henry. We've got the tag team titles on the line over on Monday Night Raw. The women's title on the line over on Smackdown. Lots of things to get involved with. If you're excited, drop a like down below. Let me know your thoughts on the pay-per-view down below. Make sure you are letting me know what you think of this series. And we are ready to go. Unforgiven. Let's have a good one. Come on. Okay, WWE Unforgiven 2004. We are in the same area that happened in real life, but we're going to a different stadium because we are that damn hot right now. We're actually in Safeco Field, which is where WrestleMania 19 was. 55,000 are going to pack in for what we hope is a good pay-per-view. We kick off on the pre-show. What a match on the pre-show this is. Daniel Bryan defeats Test for a 77. Wow.
I mean, look at that. Was it 70? Was it 76? But I mean, you got to be really proud.
Bryan putting in a 76 when he's actually like 56 popularity is redonkulous. What a man!
I mean, the idea that he beat him without breaking a sweat because he just beat him with a dragon suplex. Easy win. Easy,
job done. Daniel Bryan beats Test pretty good. Also on the pre-show, we had a tag team action in the women's division on SmackDown for a 59. Gail Kim and Jazz get the victory over Ivory and Jacqueline. This is pretty good as well, considering Jazz 45, Ivory 42. So Jacqueline and Gail Kim really carrying it to 59. Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, when you think about Jazz, I'm starting to slowly building them up. Ivory starting to actually be good properly. So not surprised. For women, it's like usually one about these kind of 59 mid 60s. So that makes sense. But I like it. I just wanted to test it out, see if it was a good match. And it's proven, yeah, right.
Well, we hope this will be a good match because we are kicking off the pay-per-view. No video packages. We're going straight to entrances, and the entrance of Viva la Raza, Eddie Guerrero, because we're doing Eddie and Christian first. Now, this is actually the match with the most storyline heat of the whole company. But it's not main eventing. Main event will be revealed soon. Eddie and Christian first. This might be match of the night.
Let's hope. I hope.
I don't hope. I actually hope. Like, in terms of the show rating, I hope the main event is because it will help the show rating. But
we're on the same side tonight, remember?
We are on the same side. That's why I say it. But we'll see. Christian and Eddie for a 99.
I got my. I love the way it's like I was thinking I'm never going to get a 99, and then I get it in what? When did you get it? Or 2 weeks ago? Or 2 shows ago?
I had one at WrestleMania as well, but yeah.
Oh, here we go. Now you've had two of them. Here you go. This is how you're going to go. But all I'm saying is, wow. It's actually exceeded my expectations.
What a match. And you know what? Before you go into the finish, unless something beats that tonight, that's going to win you match of the month.
All I'm saying is I hope so, because it's been too damn long.
Oh, it took me through the finish then. What a win for Christian, beating former world champion Eddie Guerrero.
I know. I mean, yeah. Okay, let's be honest. With Christian, I mean, in a way, I've done him dirty, but it's just I've prioritised other people to build up. But yeah, I mean, Christian obviously done the thing with Jericho. He needed a win. And I thought maybe it's a good shout here. But yeah, so what I've done here is basically the finish I've done is basically. So we're going to do a thing where basically normally when Eddie does the ref goes down, right? Ref goes down. What's the first thing he does? He looks around. He makes that cheeky smile. The crowd love it. He goes down. He gets a steel chair, right? And he's going to try and cheat, lie, cheat, steal. That's what he does. That kind of stuff. And what I've got here is basically the ref gets up, and that time where he actually gets caught, trying to do something. And then Eddie's trying to do the thing where he's like trying to hard chair and all that kind of stuff. But the ref gets it, and I like the idea that basically while the ref's going out to the ring, putting the chair back, Christian goes from behind, hits a low blow, right? Let's do a proper dramatic low blow, right?
Right.
Where it's just a proper one, and then all of a sudden, then where the ref's doing that, he turns around, hits the umpire, gets the pin, like pins him, and then he shouts to the ref, get in now, and then 1, a 2, a 3, and Christian gets a big win.
Huge win.
But I like the idea that maybe that the commentary team are sitting there going, like when it's like the slow count, like 1, 2, the dramatic slow count, and then commentary team is literally going like JL will be like, no, 1, no, kick out Eddie, no, damn it, yeah, that kind of stuff. When I love it when basically commentary teams like they don't have any, but they have bias, like they want the heels to they hate them. I miss that kind of commentary.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the win. Christian gets the win, and wow, 9-9.
What a match.
We
did make this a spectacle match as well, so really good psychology from Christian helped. And I'm assuming Eddie, good psychology as well. Minus touch he's got at the moment.
It was a gamble. I have to admit, obviously we try, and I don't think we've ever used spectacle before in this.
We may have done once or twice, but never to this extent. What a start to the show. What worries me is, how do you follow that?
I mean, it's actually the funny thing is, I think it's done exactly what we wanted it to do, but then on the flip side, it's done exactly what we wanted it to do. So now it's like it's the possibly the best match on the show, and you're like, crap, what have we done?
Have we peaked too early? Let's find out as we go along. We are gonna. Christian's it's the biggest win of his career potentially, biggest win of his year after a few losses. And he is loving life that he's won it. Real obnoxious, over-the-top heel celebrating from Christian. Jumps into the crowd who sort of push him away. He steals drinks from them, pours it all over himself, Kurt Angle milk style, as if he's celebrating with a bottle of champagne like they do at the Formula One and all this sort of stuff. Christian is having the time of his life.
Yeah, and then I think I like the idea, like maybe at the end while he's going off into the crowd celebrating a huge victory, you got Eddie kind of like just about holding him up on the one that like zooming in on Eddie with that. This is not a smiling Eddie. This is like an Eddie that's, let's be honest, he's pissed off.
Yeah.
At this point, so like I like the close up of it. Like he's trying to climb up and he can't get himself to get on his 2 feet at the moment, but just. Christian might have won tonight, but I think he's going to have to again watch his back, because then he's going to be gunning for him after that.
For sure. Well, Eddie would have left first as Christian's over celebrated and whatnot, and then we go to the back where Eddie comes back out of through gorilla position, walking towards his locker room when he bumps into his nephew. Chavo Guerrero for another one. What a pay-per-view so far. There's no way we keep this up. Chavo Guerrero is going to look at Eddie Guerrero and go, "Oh, did you lose out there, uncle? Oh, that's terrible." Laughs at him, points at him and says, "Watch how a real Guerrero wins." And walks out through Gorilla. It's now time for the Intercontinental title match, but just Chavo, he's got one over on Eddie tonight.
Yeah,
far.
We had to do it. You can't bring up Eddie's name in your program for this feud without having a backstage confrontation.
Maybe one day they'll have a feud. Maybe.
Well, I'm happy.
Once he lets me have Eddie Guerrero, maybe it'll happen.
Or if you let me have Chavo.
Well, 100, very, very good. Let's see if the match can be the same. John Cena defends the Intercontinental Championship against Don't Call Me Guerrero Chavo. It should be good. We're giving him a bit of time. We're asking him to have a standard sort of match. It's not going to hit Christian and Eddie Guerrero level. But if these guys can have a good match, we'll be pleased. Your winner. And still Intercontinental Champion, John Cena. It's the right call, obviously. This was one of those matches that gets put on pay-per-views to help put the champion over. You know the champion's retaining, but hopefully they have a good match, and they have. An 84, I said off camera, off recording, if they get an 83, 84, I'll be happy, and they've done it.
Everything seems to be, at the moment, hitting...
2 down, but so far so good. The story of this match is two different styles, a clash of styles here. Chavo Guerrero is a wrestler's wrestler. He's all about mat work today anyway. I know he can do the high flying, but tonight he's all about mat work. He's all about working holds, targeting certain limbs and stuff like that. And he tries to keep John Cena down, and JR will and Heyman will pull so much into. Well, no, he's got to keep this powerful champion down, because if John Cena gets a bit of momentum, he will win the match. And that is what happens. As much as Guerrero tries, he cannot keep down the powerful John Cena, who makes his comeback. F you, 1, 2, 3. I like the clash of styles with these two. I like the idea of that, yes, Cena's not a world-class mat wrestler, but he doesn't have to be, because he's got the strength and the explosive power. And that is John Cena in ring, if you really think about it. John Cena, although he tried in his later years, was never a mat classic guy. He was all about momentum, and tonight he gets the job done. These are a good mix together.
Yeah, I mean, wrestler. I mean, yeah. Well, he's a ring. I don't know if Cena was a ring general. I mean, kind of. I mean, his late years.
Not really. Once he got more experience, I suppose. But in his prime, I wouldn't say he was. He was more about getting the fans off their feet. And that's what John Cena has done tonight. 84, very good. We're going to go post-match with this, with John Cena, in contrast to Chavo Guerrero, to Christian earlier, being over-celebrated with the fans. John Cena has the fans in the palm of his hands, celebrating on the top ropes. He's pointing to the fans for them to cheer in certain areas. He goes out onto the ramp area, notices a child holding his Intercontinental Championship replica up. So Cena goes over and cheers it like it's 2 beer cans. You get the point. John Cena is over, and we want to show it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we've got a very interactive show tonight, because that's twice now that 2 people have gone to the crowd and got really into it. So it just shows it's going to be that kind of show, surely.
And I do like that, because Christian did it first, the idea that Cena's like, no, this is how it's done, type of thing.
Again, if only we could do a feud between them.
Yeah, 100, very good. What a great show so far. Hopefully we can continue that. What we're going to do now is go to, it's going to be a cool the crowd match now. Let's see if this can work for us, because after a really hot start, we do need to bring them down a bit before we go wild again. So we are going to build toward Lance Storm and Mark Henry for the US title next. But before we get there, Rob Van Dam is seen warming up in his locker room ahead of the world title match against Kurt Angle later, when in walks the Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin, for a 98. Now, Stu, like you said, Van Dam wasn't expecting Austin after he was attacked by Mark Henry, but Austin is here, and he's ready to give him a pep talk, Stone Cold style.
Yeah, I think I like the idea that basically, like, Van Dam's like kind of he's always been his character's always been, he's a chill out guy. Nothing phases him. Nothing's really that. He's kind of like he's the, let's be honest, he's a stoner. But like, if you take away from that, it's like he's chill. Nothing gets to him. But this is like, I want to make this a moment that I really he's really nervous tonight, because this is probably, he could say, one of the biggest matches of his career against in prime, like, you know, a Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I'd argue it's the biggest match of his career. You've got Kurt Angle at his prime, but you've got Van Dam on the biggest role of his career right now. Particularly in 2004, he wasn't quite at the main event top guy level. You've made him top guy level. Is tonight the night that RVD becomes world heavyweight champion? Stone Cold believes it is. 98 for the second, by the way. We are flying.
Yeah, I just like the idea of basically Austin, like, yeah, you didn't expect him, he turns up, and it's just like, he's literally go up to him saying stuff like, I've since I took over, like, you know, your training and all that kind of stuff, like, literally sit there and say, I've been impressed and of how you've stepped up and all the stuff you've taken on what I said. And I know that you can beat Kurt Angle,
Well,
and then that kind of stuff, and then
Yeah.
RVD, and he says, you know what, you go out there and you show people why you are the best, one of the best wrestlers in this company and in the world, and that kind of stuff.
Effing show. 98, very, very good. Right, let's put the United States Championship on the line. Lance Storm defends against the mammoth of the man that is Mark Henry. A big test for Lance Storm in what I think is his first title defense. Am I wrong?
Yes, actually, yeah, it is. Because he went to SummerSlam, yeah, of course he is, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see if he's not going to be a one-hit wonder. Lance Storm, Mark Henry, your winner, Stu, and
still United States champion in Lance Storm for an
82.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. We said 70-75 for this. Lance Storm has boosted this big time.
And it's an 80. Wow, I got to be honest. Lance Storm, let's just do let's not, toot my own horn here, but yeah, I like the idea that what I've done with Lance Storm. But yeah, I mean, obviously that one, with an 82 there, but the sharpshooter, that's not how wins here. I've gone a bit more crazy.
You've gone
a bit
mental.
Yeah, I basically embraced my inner PWG, over the top finisher type thing, but I've done it in 04. But yeah, my logic to this, I couldn't figure out a way. Like, I wanted it because obviously I've tried to build up that this super kick one super kick wins matches, right? But the idea I was thinking, so with Mark Henry, you can't just beat him with one super kick, right?
Mm.
So I like the idea that, like, and obviously in 04, people don't hit multiple super kicks. Like, it's like now it's just out of fashion, right? It's like everyone does it, multiple super kicks, right? But I like the idea that basically, like, early on the match, Mark Henry hits the world's strongest slam, or like maybe like Lance Storm goes to the top for like rarely because he thinks the only way he can take out Mark Henry goes top. Mark Henry catches him midair, hits the world's strongest slam. We'll do the cardinal sin of commentary team when he say, "Well, looks like we've got a new champion," and we all know what that means, don't you?
Yeah.
He kicks out.
It's over. It's over. Oh God, he kicked out. Yeah.
Yeah, like I keep forgetting that. They know that we know that when they say there's going to be a new champion, we know there's not going to be a new champion. Surely they're smart enough for that. But anyway, so he kicks out of that. So Mark Henry's like, "Oh my God, what?" So then, but their match kind of ends with basically he hits one. Like, let's do simple. Like, Lance Storm hits one super kick, pins him, kicks out of two, but he pushes him. That thing where like uses strength to power out. But then obviously he sets up. He hits another super kick. That's two. But then he knows that maybe he needs another one, so he hits another super kick, then pins him, kicks out again. And I know what you're thinking with this one. I know you're thinking this is like a bit left field, but I don't know. It made sense to me. That obviously you can't beat him with super kicks. He keeps kicking out. So what does he do? He uses something that's probably would do the job. He hits. I don't know how. Like, I don't know what kind of. I don't know if I want to do like a neutralizer type power driver, or just do like a simple, power driver type thing. But yeah, I just think I like the idea of him hitting a power driver on Mark Henry and getting a win that way.
I love how your Call the Crowd match has 3 finisher kickouts and a pile driver. Ridiculous. Anyway, it's a great match. Ignore that finish. She's explained what it is. And a good win for Lance Storm. So far, this pay-per-view has been top class. Everything has been better than we expected. Or what we expected. That was our Cool the Crowd match, so let's bring them up again. JBL is going to cut a promo on The Undertaker for a 93, and he's asked about the match, the First Blood match, how is he going to win this? And JBL says, don't you worry, I've got a personal guarantee that I'm going to win against The Undertaker. JBL is very, very confident.
But then it's like, if you're watching
he doesn't have the urn anymore, for the record.
Yeah. So he dropped it, didn't he?
He dropped it. So why is he so confident?
And obviously you'll be watching that going, yeah, why is he confident? Like the kind of like, okay, this is worrying.
He's up to something. Let's find out what he's up to, though, shall we? JBL, Taker, First Blood.
This will get 100 on it. This will be 100 one.
It won't. JBL, Taker, First Blood. For 76. Ooh. JBL and Taker don't click. No.
Or is it And JBL is stuff that they broken fingers. Okay,
Oh,
so
that's a big L. That is a.
is this like everything that could go wrong?
Oh, that's awful. Taker put in the worst performance he's ever put in with an 88, by the way.
Gee, I love the 88
it's
is
a
worse
big
performance.
L because this was the start of the feud.
But yeah, I mean, did you put the stipulation? Did we make up the new stipulation, or you didn't put a stipulation? And you just talked about
No stipulation. First blood match. JBL wins after Taker was busted open after interference from Goldberg.
No. I know the jokes everyone's going to be saying. Well, that explains it. But that's not what I don't think what done it. But yeah.
So Goldberg interfered, accidentally broke JBL's finger as well. Is that it? Clearly. But listen, now the finish of this one, there's going to be a ref bump. Okay.
It's 2 now.
I know.
Both our shows.
There's going to be more than 2 as well, I think. There's going to be a ref bump, and Taker will have the urn with him at ringside. So when the ref bumps, Goldberg runs down, grabs the urn, nails Taker with it. Taker starts to bleed. The referee comes to his feet, sees the blood, rings for the bell. It's a replay of a finish they did in, I think, 2006 or 2007 between Taker and Kennedy, where MVP runs out and causes Taker to bleed behind the referee's back, and Kennedy beats Taker. We've gone for that sort of finish here. Why is Goldberg interfering on behalf of JBL is the question. We'll see. Look, the match weren't terrible. It could have been worse, admittedly, but
I mean, ironically, it probably good. It probably is a good thing that it got to that level in a way, because obviously a lot of the matches were hitting like of extent our what we thought it would get. So like, it sucks because obviously Undertaker normally delivers but
you can't do much when these random chemistry things happen. It's frustrating because I'll be honest with you, JBL and Taker had another match booked later down the line. Now I might have to rearrange it.
Yeah, but I think all I'm saying is maybe you have a interesting replacement for that match. But I'm not going to tell you how to book.
We'll see. 76 is slightly disappointing. I'm not going to lie, but we will get on with it. Backstage, well, Ric Flair is getting his shin pads and his and whatnot on, or whatever he wears, his boots or whatever. When in walks Rey Mysterio. Thanks, Dean. In walks Rey Mysterio for a 100 rated segment. Rey says, "Listen, you've got a problem with me, and I have got a hell of a problem with you. Over the last few weeks, right, you've had your attacks, I've had my attacks. I've managed to beat you. You've not managed to beat me, but I'm going to give you the chance. One more match to settle this. Mysterio, Flair, one more time. Monday Night Raw tomorrow night. Confirmed. 100.
All I say to that is, if that's not main event.
It is not the main event.
Oh, I am very disappointed.
I may regret it, but we'll see.
I think you might. I think you might.
Let's put the women's title on the line, shall we? Let's see if this can hit a level that we hope it does. It is Lita defending against Trish Stratus. Now, they've already had a ladder match, remember, and they got a 72. They get that level again, we'll be happy. Let's find out. Stu, your winner.
And surprise to no one, no shock title new champion. Lita is still your women's champion. That's okay.
It's okay. I mean, Trish has put in a bit of a bad performance for her level recently. 65's okay, but she was usually getting the 70s. But maybe the loss to Lita has brought it down a little bit. I mean,
there could be a storyline there if you really wanted to push it, and I never know, I might. But yeah, I mean, I could be fair. That's fair enough. I mean, I think 72. Obviously, I think maybe the spectacle of a ladder match might have helped that boost a bit. But yeah, I mean, that looks right. The women's division is like, it's usually around about mid 60s. Like on a good day, or like between like the range of 60s and 70 anyway. That's the range of where they can go. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that. I honestly am. But yeah, I mean, with the finish, it's probably nothing special as well, because obviously these two legends basically of the women's wrestling. I didn't want to I've done the spectacle, I've done the stipulation with the ladder match, so I just want to do a normal technical match, or just a match that's fitting of what these two were in the ring. And yeah, the way I put it is, I put technical fair, know each other too well, counter each other's moves, you know the drill, that kind of stuff. But the finish I've gone for is basically the multiple pinfall attempts thing, like where you just she goes for a pin, then she counters, and then she goes for the pin, then counters.
Yeah.
But then finally, you get to a point where one gets the pin and it gets able to put the shoulders down and get the free, and that's his Leah. But because I like the idea that basically it's not, Trish doesn't, that kind of finish always makes the challenger not always doesn't hurt the challenger, because it's you just got outsmarted by 1 second, and I like that, and also it makes Leah look pretty good because it shows that she's more than just high fly.
Oh, for sure.
She's technical, so yeah, I'm happy with that. And I honestly, when I think about it, for the show as overall, might be a good thing, because
it's one of those things. It's about the level we expected. We're hoping they could boost themselves. They didn't quite. They put on a good match. Fine. Middle of the card of the pay-per-view. Fine. Not a problem. Let's see if we can raise it a bit, though. JBL and Goldberg are walking backstage towards the parking lot when they're interrupted by an interviewer wanting to question why Goldberg got involved. JBL says, "Not now, Bill. Let's go." For an 80 is a bit low, actually. Chris Masters is in there, I suppose. Masters was part of it as well, right? So, but yeah, JBL not explaining it. Goldberg not explaining it. Goldberg is very reluctant, by the way. I should have mentioned this earlier. Goldberg very reluctant when he attacked Taker. Very much didn't want to do it. You could see he very much doesn't like being told what to do by JBL here. We'll see more on Monday Night Raw.
All I'm saying, people watching this is, yeah, I don't know what to really say. It's just, it's gonna. You've seen his crazy storylines before, or his mental storylines.
This isn't that crazy. Hashtag Goldberg cares. Right, let's.
Pretty crazy when you start doing.
Let's move on. We're checking the world heavyweight champion for a 100. Kurt Angle cuts a promo on Rob Van Dam. Super serious Angle at this point, saying that this little punk is not on his level. And it's time he retains his world title once again, really. That type of idea, yeah? Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, obviously, we know when Kurt's on the mic, it's usually either to tell someone he's sending a message or telling someone that he's going to end them, type of thing. So that's the kind of intensity of the Kurt I'm trying to build anyway. But yeah, I like the idea. Yeah, I like that, saying like he's not at his level. Like, Kurt's a prime athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Why he was, was it doing stuff on, doing stuff in with bingo halls and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Kurt was winning gold medals with a broken freaking neck, that kind of stuff. So he's not at his level. Yeah, you got a couple of lucky, I like the idea maybe you got a couple of lucky shots last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But when you're in that ring,
with the lights on bright and the title on the line,
you are not the idea is title on line. You're not getting anywhere near this title. And it's going to end like every match I'm involved in with me victorious and still your world heavyweight champion.
Nobody beats Kurt freaking Angle. Right. I can confirm that match is next, which means the WWE Championship match between Shawn Michaels and Randy Orton is your main event. Kurt Angle and Van Dam may... Look, if there's anybody you trust to beat a 99, Kurt Angle might just be the guy. Let's find out. Kurt Van Dam, world title, your winner, Stu.
And still, oh my word, I've got two 99s in one show.
And neither of them were the main event.
Oh, I think that's
How is
brilliant.
this not a 100, by the way? Kurt Angle 100, Van Dam 99. Come on.
How close can you get from getting a 100? I am.
That will be better than the Christian and Eddie match on our list. This doesn't even really have a clean finish.
I know. I'm shocked. I like because every time I put expectations on matches like this, should the save as you've seen, it always disappoints me.
Oh,
Right?
the pressure on Sean and Orton now. Oh,
I think it's the obviously when we were fighting for this, we were all obviously Twitch chat.
Twitch
voted
chat
for this.
voted for this, and the two matches at SmackDown had on
I think
was
what
Christian and Eddie and Kurt Van Dam.
what you don't know is because I've been talking to all the people that are voting,
Right.
and basically they were like, yeah, if they want me to win, of course, so they made sure I didn't get a main event, and if anything proves that having the main event sometimes is not always the greatest thing. But
Hang on. Let's see what Sean and Orton do before we write them off, shall we?
I'm-
Talk me through the
no,
finish here.
Oh yeah, I just want to add more pressure to it. That's why. Like, but anyway, but yeah. So this the match ends with this one. Like the idea that basically, what do I do? Yeah, I kind of like they did basically like it's a. I didn't want to end it with a clean victory for Kurt because obviously, RVD don't build him up, and then he had his first, and then he has his first match against Kurt, and he just loses clean. Sometimes you gotta have a screwy finish or some sort of controversy. You know, the old controversy creates cash. This definitely was. With that score, definitely is true, but yeah. So the idea, I like the idea at the end of the match of Kurt hits an angle slam, and then he basically like, but they make it apparent that it's like like when he hits one angle slam and you expect RVD to kick out
Yeah.
type thing. But I like the idea that basically like he does it right. He does the angle slam. It's right near the ropes, and obviously he does the thing that everyone knows where he doesn't pin the inner leg. He pins the outer leg,
Right.
and he pins it, and then obviously, but the ref's doing that thing where he's like white cloth to the canvas, not looking at anything. He's doing the 1, the 2, and then the 3. But you can blatantly see that RVD's got leg on the rope, right? And then obviously we all know into storyline dictates it that the referee's decision is final, right?
Always.
Yeah, I mean until. It
Until
isn't.
the storyline dictates it. That's what
Yeah.
professional wrestling's about. So screw finish, you expect you'll see a rematch. These guys have put on. I genuinely think this will be top of the list. This is better than Sean and Orton at SummerSlam, I think.
I mean,
Looking
all
at
I'm
the
saying.
in-ring performances of both guys, I don't know how it hasn't hit that all-elusive
I mean,
100.
All I'm saying is your main event might be a blueprint.
How can it follow these two matches on this
You know
show?
what's going to happen, don't you? You know what's going to happen, don't
If
you?
this gets to 100, Jesus Christ, we won the game.
I know. I honestly would feel like I've been cheated.
Yeah.
You can't put me to have 2 99s and then I lose.
Oh, please.
But I mean, all I'm saying is all my matches of 2 99s. Really happy with the US title.
SmackDown has nailed
Women's
it.
done well.
SmackDown has nailed it. To be honest, the only match and the only real segment that's let us down is Taker and JBL.
Yeah, but it seems like there's a lot of stuff that was out of your control with that one, so I don't think that's too fair. But anyway,
we're not quite at main event level yet, so let's move on with the show. Van Damme's been screwed out of it, right? So he's going to complain to the referee afterwards. Stone Cold's going to get in the ring. Now, what would Stone Cold do to a referee that screwed him out of it?
Well, I mean, there's only one thing you can do.
And Van Damme does just that, stunning the referee for a 100.
You know what makes it better?
Mm.
It's Nick Patrick.
Yeah.
It's Nick Patrick, the perfect ref that you can stun because he was not liked.
He deserved it. He deserved it. 100, very, very good. Just a simple thing to get the heat back on Van Damme a little bit. Kurt Angle obviously escapes with his title, and Van Damme not very happy. Let's go backstage where Chavo Guerrero is walking towards the parking lot, very upset and annoyed at losing the IC title match earlier tonight. When who does he bump into? But his uncle, Eddie Guerrero, who gets his revenge, laughing at Chavo, and Chavo is just going to skulk off, very unhappy. Just funny. It's just funny between the two.
I just love the idea this game says Chavo Guerrero is not very poor at trying improv dialogue. When has this game ever seen any segments between Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero? This game is sometimes doesn't make sense.
It chooses when it wants, that's for sure. 99, he got 100 earlier, so very good 2 segments for the show. Let's put the tag titles on the line, the World Tag Team titles, over on Monday Night Raw. This is our Call the Crowd Down match before the big main event. British Bruisers defend against the Knockout Artists. Your winners, and still World Tag Team Champions for a 77. Not bad at all. The British Bruisers. Could have been better potentially. Big Show and Regal putting some decent performances, but then Finley's in there with a 55, right? So 64 for Noble as well. William Regal makes Noble submit with a Regal stretch. What I've got written here, if I scroll back up, is that Big Show is going to be taken out of the equation by a double powerbomb through the announce table, leaving Noble alone with the British Bruisers. And, well, there's only one finish there. Their first defence of the titles and a win for the champs. Nice and simple. Brings the crowd down. Let's see what we can do for the main event. Before we get the match, we get Shawn Michaels cutting a promo for a 100. He's invented a new catchphrase tonight. That's good. That's good. Shawn is
what would it be?
I have no idea at this point. Shawn says that tonight is a big night. For the rest of his career, tonight will be a night that he looks back on because he reached the top of the mountain once again. And he held that championship with pride. But if he loses tonight, will he ever reach the top of the mountain again? Is this the start of the crescendo of Shawn Michaels' career? This is what he's going to ask himself. He says no, because this is just a blip in the road. He is Shawn Michaels, the show stopper, the main event, the Heartbreak Kid. Tonight, Shawn Michaels breaks the heart of Randy Orton. 100. Let's see what he can do. I don't know. I don't think it'll hit 99. If it gets a 94, I'll be happy and we'd have had an all-time show, realistically. But
I don't think I can watch this because if it gets 100, I'm just gonna. I think I'm just gonna. Like, as you said,
it's not going to get 100. It's not going to get 100.
You say that, but
it's not. Let's see. Your winner. And still WWE Champion Randy Orton. The match rating feels more important. So let's see. A 92. Okay.
God.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Randy Orton, in-ring performance of an 85. He is slumming it again. Since winning the title, Randy Orton has absolutely not been putting in the performances that he was prior to winning the title, I will say.
Well, you know the saying, isn't it? The chase sometimes
for sure, but Orton consistency, mate, needs to improve, or we're gonna have to change plans. I'll be honest. Orton wins after a distraction from Batista. Let me talk you through what we got here. This match is going to be built around the RKO, in a sense of over the past few months we've built this move up to be the end. No matter what, if Randy Orton hits the RKO, the match is over, right?
Yeah.
And Shawn Michaels knows this. So all throughout the match, it's about dodging the RKO, not giving Orton one chance to hit the RKO. The finish comes when Batista gets on the apron. That distracts the referee and Shawn Michaels for a second, but Shawn is clever. He's experienced at this point, right? So Shawn Michaels knows Batista's got up on the apron, the referee's distracted, Randy Orton's now going to hit me with the RKO while I don't expect it and win the match. So Shawn Michaels puts his hands up to block the RKO. Yeah? Right. But Orton's now coming into his own as a very, very clever heel champion. And while the original plan may have been to hit an RKO there, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. When Shawn Michaels puts his hands up to block the RKO and the referee is distracted by Batista, that leaves, well, a target area for Randy Orton to kick. Orton goes low. Vicious heel kick to, well, not heel, but vicious kick to the groin area of Shawn Michaels. The referee turns around, didn't see the kick, obviously. Shawn Michaels is on his knees, and what we're going to have Randy Orton hit is a special kind of RKO because Shawn Michaels is on his knees. Orton's going to hit the snap RKO. Very similar to some of the snap German suplexes you see people hit where it's just thump. Because Shawn's on his knees, it is going to be a vicious RKO. 1, 2, 3. When Randy Orton hits the RKO, the match is over. I'm telling you.
I mean, one, loving that you're protecting a finisher. Love that. 2, it's very true. RKO is the most dangerous letters in all of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
And I like the idea. I like the idea that's Orton
I like the
What's
idea
it
that they've built the match around the RKO. I mean, that's the story of it. You know, I mean, you can have Orton go for the RKO immediately, and Shawn escapes out and takes a minute and a breather because he knows how dangerous that move is, and that's what the match is built around. Look, it's a good show. It's a good show. Even like we got 92 in the main event. It's pretty good with 299s backing it up, a few 100 ratings. I think we could do this. I think 94 was SummerSlam, right?
I think so. I think it's got to be at least, it's got potential to be at least a 96. If honestly, I would love to get 97, but if we're realistic, 96 I think would be fitting. But I'm with 299s and all that, surely it can get better.
This feels like the best pay-per-view we've done, but we've got to remember that this game chooses when it wants. Let's find out. Unforgiven 04 gets a 93. I don't quite get that one.
I don't know. Honestly, I mean, I don't want to be that person who goes, "Oh, it's the main event."
I mean, the truth is, if Kurt and Van Damme is in the main event doing a 99, it would do better for sure. But the question is, if Kurt and Van Damme are in the main event, do they get a 99?
Yeah, it's kind of that. Yeah, it's like yeah, but to a point, we did put like, it's to sit and say didn't put pressure on. Like we put, I think that was like the steal the show match. I think I remember. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just because obviously if you look at the main event and you look at the score, I think they've gone by that maybe.
Yeah, the main event has a big
works.
part to do with it, but I don't know a way that we could have done much better, if I'm really honest, because 93 is still an A-rated show, Twitch says. I mean, yeah, it's a great pay-per-view, but I'd love for a pay-per-view to be the best show we've done, not a TV show. And I feel like, it's going to sound horrible, if this was a Monday Night Raw with these scores, it gets higher than 93, even with the 92 in the main event.
What you
But for a
to
pay-per-view, it didn't, for some reason, it didn't quite. Yeah, if Kurt and Van Damme hit a 99 in the main event, it does better. But like I say, because of match placement on the card, I don't know if Kurt and Van Damme would hit a 99 in that spot.
But again, it's hypothetical, isn't it? It's about
when Randy Orton and Michaels were in that spot, or they were around about here, at SummerSlam, they hit a 99. This is definitely the middle of the card is definitely a spot to put on the greatest match for sure on the pay-per-views.
You can kind of see why when you got the main event, I wasn't too disappointed because it's like, and also potentially, obviously we look up our video recording is 299s. You've got your 99. I'm just going to win.
That's for sure. I think it'll be Kurt and Van Damme. Oh no, you've got match of the month anyway. But which one? We'll find out. Unforgiven's in the books. Monday Night Raw, them coming up next week. And yeah, why is Goldberg with JBL? Oh, Smackdown, of course, as well, with Kurt Angle and Van Damme's controversy.
I always love the way you like, Raw is this? Grazing. Oh yeah, Smackdown's on too.
Don't miss it. Do not miss it. So my actual disappointment at the end of that probably was a bit harsh. 93 is pretty good. It's a good show. I think it's better than it, if I'm really honest, but better than the 93. But hey ho, what a great show. 299s. My God, SmackDown killed it tonight. I'm so glad they're on my side tonight and not against me. Good show. We're going to pick up with Raw and SmackDown next week, and then the week after that we're going to probably have to change it up a bit. So don't know how I'm going to do that yet, because it's actually going to be Raw and then Taboo Tuesday and then SmackDown. It might be a big week. It might be an extra long episode. We'll see. If you're excited for it, if you're happy with what we did at Unforgiven, drop a like down below, comment down below the favourite bit of booking we've done. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Raw and SmackDown once again on the road to Taboo Tuesday.